Hey, I'm Sean Carroll, Senior Solutions Engineer here at Seal Security. Today I'll take a real application with a live vulnerability and fix it with Seal without any upgrades or code changes in under 5 minutes. Before we jump in, I want to point out our extensive coverage. Seal isn't tied to a single language. We work across all 9 ecosystems listed here. For this demo, we're looking at a Java app built with Maven, but the workflow and the core concepts are virtually identical across every package manager we support. So how does Seal actually fix a vulnerability? Normally, when you find a vulnerable dependency, you upgrade it, and that often means a major version bump, breaking changes, and regression testing. We take a different approach. We backport the security fix onto the exact version you're already running. Same version, functions exactly the same, but the vulnerability is no longer there. To get started, we're going to define a sealing rule that essentially tells our solution to swap any vulnerable package it finds with the safest sealed version. With that set, let's connect our code. I'll open projects, choose import from GitHub, and install the Seal security bot on my org. Seal links the account and pulls in the repos initially for scanning. That single install is the whole GitHub connection. From here, we can have the Seal agent do the rest. Before we fix anything, let me show you the website we're working with. This is Sean's Surf and Skate. Its newsletter sign-up parses whatever you submit with SnakeYAML 1.33, vulnerable to CVE 2022-1471. So instead of an email, I'll paste in a crafted payload and submit. And there it is. The site's been hacked, and the payload even opened the native calculator app on my local machine. So now we're going to fix it all using the Seal agent. I'll ask it to add Seal to this repo's CI pipeline. It reads the existing workflow to find exactly where we need to fit Seal into the YAML config. We'll approve, and the agent will open a pull request for us. Now let's head over to GitHub and look at the pull request it just opened. It changed the build workflow, adding the Seal GitHub action. Right after the dependencies resolve, and before the build, exactly where it's supposed to go. It authenticates with a token you generate in Seal, and set once as a GitHub action secret. That pull request kicks off the pipeline, so let's look at the Seal step in the logs. In remote fix mode, the CLI walks the entire dependency tree, direct and transitive, and seals whatever it finds right in place. So there's no hunting through your lock file to work out which transitive dependency is the problem. Seal just patches it wherever it lives. And back in the Seal platform, we can see the result. Filtered to this repo, every dependency the scan flagged, direct or transitive, now shows up as sealed, each one pinned to a specific SP suffix. That's 4 critical and 7 high severity packages, all sealed in one go. No conflicts, and it's able to merge. So let's merge it. From here, the Seal step lives on main, resealing dependencies on every build as part of your normal CI. Now for the real test, let's go back to the website. Same app, same versions, but built through the sealed pipeline. I'll paste in the exact same payload that took over the server a minute ago, and this time we just get an error page. That's the sealed SnakeYAML refusing the input. No takeover, no applications loaded on my machine. Refresh, and the store's completely intact. A normal signup works exactly as before. The vulnerability's closed, and we haven't changed anything in the first-party code. And that's the whole integration. From vulnerable to sealed. Connect GitHub, let the agent open the pull request, review it, and merge. That's Seal. Thanks for watching.